I saw with my boy. Jermaine Jackson, man, just got a $6.5 million judgment against him for rape in 1988.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because that movie just came out.
Yeah, the Michael movie.
Yeah.
He said, wasn't he with Michael?
He ain't even go to court. He ain't even show up in court.
$6.5 million.
$6.5 million.
By default, because he didn't
He
show
didn't
up.
show up in court.
Wow.
You know, it's bad when you one of the Jacksons, you got to rape somebody.
Yeah, your game is not strong.
First off, let's not just believe the hype, man. I'm gonna just be the first to say, black men across the board. That's the number one thing. If they just want to get you for whatever, they can say you raped somebody and it's gonna fuck you up for good. From Cosby to whoever else, Mike Tyson, fucking Tupac. Everybody been hit with a rape charge. So forgive me if when they say motherfucker nigga raped somebody, I be like,
well,
yeah,
why you name
whatever.
the guilty people?
Please
Let's keep going. R. Kelly did it.
Yeah, but even them, I'm pretty sure it wasn't as rapey as they
you
made
ain't named nobody
You
yet.
said rapey?
You ain't named nobody yet that's innocent in my mind. But God
Did you hear what he said?
He said wasn't as
rapey.
I'm just saying.
Is that like an adjective?
What
is
does
rapey?
raping mean?
The man got a PhD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, but I mean, Jermaine Jackson had a perm and he still got accused of being rapey.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, after all of these years, and somebody, if you call him rape after so many, you say 80 something,
1988.
right? You call him rape after 30 years, it's about money. It ain't about rape.
Yeah.
It ain't about whatever you.
Well, for her, if he did do it,
Man, that's
then
some bullshit.
Well, it ain't no bullshit, nothing. Because if you rape a person in 30 years ago or 30 years now, the money part, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the trauma.
Now, how you
going to
talk about $40 worth of pussy and not $6 million worth of settlement, though?
Let her finish
Let
her
me have
point.
my
Let her
voice.
finish her point.
Whether
man.
it was 30 years, 10 years, 5 years, the trauma is still there. So we're not going to negate that.
I'ma
Now,
tell
when we
you-
talk about the money part, then we could talk about that
But let me tell you
on
the
a
problem I
different
have.
scale.
Let me tell you the problem I have with it. Because the accusation itself couldn't destroy a person's life, whether it's true
or not.
And I think it has been used in several cases by women whose motive is to dethrone or bring a guy down. Now, if you were volunteer, like some of the women in the Bill Cosby cases, well, you were at the party, you were drinking the wine. You know, I mean, you know, he brought you the wine. Come on, you don't know. You were there trying to come up. And you got hoodwinked in some cases, if that's the case. So he'll never outlive this accusation of the premise. So there was a sister that sent a boy to jail. I think he got out a couple years ago. She finally admitted 10 or so years later that she had lied, that he hadn't raped her. Now, you done ruined the man's life. Now, if there was a death penalty,
Then he'd be dead. I get.
no,
and
she ought to get it.
Now hear me well. I agree full-heartedly because I have a friend, son, that's doing time right now. We can't say we know for a fact, but he didn't rape that girl. I agree full-heartedly with that. But what I am saying is, if there is truth to that,
Yeah.
that part. But if it's not, no, shame on anybody who does that. And I've always said that if it comes out that you're lying, then you need to go and do that same time that person did. I've always said that.
I'ma just
but
say-
I don't want to negate the seriousness of that.
No, I would never do that.
I'll
I mean,
say
that's
something.
probably the worst.
Right.
That and messing with children, in my mind, is probably the worst crimes that could happen.
I just want to say this. I've been in this industry for a while, part of the life.
Please don't come out now.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Not on this podcast.
He was ready. He was ready, too.
I started getting nervous. You know what I mean? I was like, my hands are still trembling, man. I was like, I've been in the same car with this brother. You know what I'm saying? Sean introduced me to him. I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, man.
You're amongst friends.
I've been
here.
doing comedy a long time. That's the first time somebody ever. That was funny, this motherfucker. Your timing was immaculate at that time.
I was scared more than anything.
I mean,
Immaculate.
that is to me is the funniest shit I ever heard in my comedy career.
Go finish what you was gonna say, man, because I know it wasn't that.
Yeah. No, I'm saying is, women party.
Huh?
Women party. Sometimes I've been on the road. Women say, I don't do this, I don't do that. But she started doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke weed. I don't drink. I don't do this. But I'm going to do it with you tonight. This is my first time. Okay. Now, maybe we done something she wouldn't normally have done. So you can't come back the next day and say, he raped me.
That's not rape.
I'm just saying, but that's what's happening now.
You can't come back 30 years later talking about he raped me.
But wait,
If he did,
There's
yes,
statute of
you
limitations
can.
on that.
If he did, yes, he
should be.
can.
There ought to be a
No, it should
statute of
not be.
limitations.
Well,
Because
she
it's
may not
not
been in a
it's
position
it's
to
not
be
a
able to
statute of
say anything.
limitation on the trauma.
yeah.
She is in
It
a
ain't a
position.
statute
You
of
can't
limitation
tell
on the
me in
trauma.
30 years she ain't in a position to say Jermaine fucking Jackson raped me. He ain't the
I'm
biggest
not
Jackson.
saying he did.
But
But here's the deal.
Can I say
I'm
this,
not
Lady
saying
J?
he-
That's
I'm
who
not
she was
saying
waiting
he
for him to
did.
become the biggest
What
Jackson.
I am saying is this: if he did, then deal with it accordingly. If he didn't, then hell yeah, she needs to be. In my opinion, she need to go to jail for it.
Can I say
Like
this
say,
one thing?
now
though?
he the
Can I
biggest
say
Jackson
one
right
thing?
now. Now he the biggest.
But no, but this is the crazy part though. Didn't Jermaine and Randy have children with the same woman?
They were
Yeah.
married,
Sure
both
did.
married to the
Yeah,
same
both
woman.
the
married
same.
the same
Yeah.
woman.
They don't know.
And now
So
also,
the probability of something like that happening could be out there. I'm not accusing the man, but you know, rape is a very serious allegation.
Very serious.
and it can ruin lives on both sides.
Exactly.
That we can't negate the trauma and the stuff that because I have some family members that have had this experience, and it has really effed them up for years, and it determines on how how sometimes you just kind of act a certain way around a family member because you don't want to trigger them,
Don't
and
wanna
which
trigger
now
them.
trigger is the big word now that everybody has
Kind
something
of
to
like the
trigger.
sissy at the family reunion. Everybody
Yeah,
act
and
like
you can't
he's
even
regular,
use sissy
like
no
he's
more,
regular.
except
you
for
can't use
when you
but
said
let's-
sissy.
let's not
That's the only
negate
time it's appropriate.
let's not negate the fact that it
And
come
being
out
that
now.
you're right next to Bo,
Wait.
so
Oh God.
Well, I don't know what he said, but anyway, let's not negate the fact that it comes out now that she was raped by Jermaine, who is one of the producers of this movie.
That's what I said.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Now it comes.
She is
he
being
get the
a
biggest
whole
check.
opportunity.
Right.
I
He
agree.
did what- him and Michael Jackson's son,
Yeah.
producing this movie, and Janet said she disapproved of the movie.
Yeah, she
said
did.
Jermaine has been using my brother's name for years to make money. After his death and before his death, he was not the best brother to my brother. She said that.
Yeah,
So
she
now
did.
whoever this lady is saying, okay, he getting the biggest check.
But Bo-
I'm finna come out. So
Yeah,
you mean
he
to
get the
me
biggest
Tito and none of the rest of them
Nah.
did it?
let me ask you this: would you have taken her case if you were an attorney before this movie?
Of course.
No.
Before
Anything
the
to do with a
movie.
Jackson?
Before the movie.
Anything with a Jackson?
Before
movie?
all that hair
Nah,
dye and perm,
nah.
you would have taken the case
Not
Anything
before.
against
with a
Jermaine Jackson.
movie, and you show me any kind of little evidence.
What happened was after they shut down the Strait of is it what-
Vermouth.
Vermouth.
Vermouth. Yeah, because vermouth is what you add with a martini, ain't it?
Oh God.
Oh Lord, this nigga too
Hormuz,
smart for us.
Hormuz,
Nigga, we
man.
stupid right
Vermouth or something like that.
the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah,
here. The water,
Yeah.
the goddamn waterway.
water.
That's what we think, right?
Right.
This nigga so smart.
Yeah, after they shut it down, Jermaine as a natural now because he can't get the oil.
You know what? Goodbye. I'm done. It's over.
I'm gonna
But
say,
no,
can I
really,
say one last
serious.
thing on that. Just
But the Strait of Diddy was stopped a long time ago. He had no oil from that in a while.
Yeah.
It's some
Baby oil
some unmoisturized Negroes
Oh,
out there
God.
right now
It
from
is
that baby
a-
oil
it is
missing.
my thing is just the
Go
statute
what?
of limitations on rape need to be even if you're gonna get somebody 40 years later, you can't have some kind of exponential increase on the price of 1987, nigga. I know coochie was cheap as hell in 1987. Now you telling me it's worth $6
No,
million?
no,
But
no,
it
no.
is a statute of limitation on the
40
criminal
years
portion
later,
of
no,
Called
it need
inflation.
to be.
Yeah.
If my house get crushed by a storm, they not gonna give me brand new pussy price for that house. They gonna say your house is 50, 60, 70 years old. It done depreciated, and this is what it's worth. You can't
The
exponentially
nerve.
raise the
The
price
nerve.
of something
The nerve.
40 years
The
later
nerve.
and
So
say
they
I
don't
owe
want
you
your old puss ass house.
Be a
huh?
You gotta get the
appraisal.
same, but you gotta get the same
It's
price.
appreciated.
It's only
The
you can only
nerve.
get so much 40 years
The
later.
nerve-
Shit.
The
It's gonna be
nerve of
in
you to
1987.
the nerve of you to assign a monetary price.
It got to be less than $6 million.
To
rape.
coochie though.
See, you talking about
It's
sex.
opportunistic.
You talking about sex. You
Stuff
talking
we talking
about,
about.
but rape.
Yeah.
It's not. See, it's not. It's not the sex.
Anything as tragic
Rape.
as rape,
There is
you
no
would say
price.
something before 30, 40 years.
Well,
If
let me
that's
tell you
not
like
true,
this. Let me tell you
People
like
are
this.
embarrassed. Some
That's
people
not
are scared
true.
for their
That's not
lives.
true.
When you see that nigga with that slick ass shit on,
Well, I
your,
tell
on the
you
side
like
of his
this.
head, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna snitch on that nigga.
If
He worth telling on. Look at him.
If it were a person related to me, if it were my sister,
Yeah.
my daughter, my
Somebody be
mother,
dead.
I'm killing you. So you can put a price on it. You can say 6.5 million is not fair. My biggest problem with that issue is the time lapse.
The time.
Yeah.
You know, for 30-something years, you didn't say
Yeah, the
nothing.
time.
So
But then
I
there
don't-
also is a case where maybe he may have been threatening her. If you do come out with it, then I'm gonna change your life.
Who
You say
takes
it
a
like that.
threat seriously from Jermaine Jackson?
Oh God.
Well, I mean,
He might have used his deep voice
That's
though.
like Little Richard threatening. That's like Little Richard or RuPaul. I'm gonna kill you. Come on, man.
But they still got man strength.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They're not gonna kill you with their strength from nowhere.
Then he got paid
shoot
somebody
you.
too. I don't know.
If he indeed did rape her, if he did, then that is a strength. That's a mental strength that goes beyond the physical strength.
Right.
So we don't know. So when you're talking about that,
well,
I do want to say again, for all of my kings that have been falsely accused, my heart do go out to you. But for those who have committed this heinous crime, then you need to be dealt with. And for my queens that have been raped, my heart go out to you. But for those who
Yes.
are accusing and trying to get a bag, you need to
I'ma
stand
say-
accountable for that.
I would have thought
I'ma
she
say
tried
it
to get the
again. I'ma
bag
say it
before
again.
now, though.
I would have thought so
I'm
too.
gonna say